Main idea here is we have two XY position things. We have this trackpad here, which, we have Velcro.
Yeah.
That's like,
So we have an XY pad there, and then we have all of we have all of this XY direction here, which a video software called Jitter is finding the position of this color. She really wanted a Wacom tablet.
Yeah.
Well, what are we gonna do with the Wacom tablet? And we were thinking we just like sit it on something and like move that thing around. But then we were like, what if we put it on something that we could move around and let it just sit there, and then we could like do things and then put it somewhere else. And we decided for some reason that this would be the best solution to that.
The way this works is basically if you use this, it just triggers notes. If you just press it, and then if you just hold down the first button and press it, it sets the arpeggiator root note. And then if you hold the top button and play around with it, the x-axis is filter resonance and the y-axis is filter frequency of the arpeggiation patch. And then if you just use the eraser, up and down is increase in mod wheel, decrease in mod wheel, and then the LFO1 rate, which is what the mod wheel is controlling, is also controllable. We have a total of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different XY pads on here, just controllable by if you're pressing the eraser and pen or what combination of buttons you're pressing.
And also on the pad there are 4 buttons that we use. One to start the arpeggiator, one to just kind of flush out all the notes of the arpeggiator so you can reset it.
Yeah, on this pad, basically you can set the arpeggiator by holding this button, and when the arpeggiator is going, but it's starting off at that's from the filter frequency, and if the resonance is too high, it does that. And you can cut it off by pressing this note, or this button, and you can turn off the arpeggiator completely by pressing this button, so the bang out there stops.
for hold, you want this thing to be able to hold position, so you don't just be like kind of free form, so you can move it, set it, and then do whatever you wanted. So we have these counterweight systems, which really should have another pulley out here, so they're not, colliding with this, and it works pretty well actually. There's felt wedge into these things.
Getting the Wacom data into Max is a little bit interesting. After a bunch of internet searching, I found this Wacom object, which is really nice. It actually spits out a whole lot more data than this pad produces. For example, pen tilts, acceleration, pad tilts. Apparently other pads more expensive than this one might have that, but there's a whole lot of continuous control over that. If you notice, these raw values are absolutely huge. If you want to move that pen around, it's just ridiculous. So you have so much resolution to work with. It's pretty great.
How does the Wacom know which end of the pencil you're pushing it?
Oh, that's because the eraser sends out a constant pressure value of, can you stop?
Like
Oh no, I was doing the pressure value.
Oh, yeah, it's 32,735. And so if that, since the resolution of the pressure of the pen is so great, I just said, let's cut out that one value and say if it is that one value, then it's the eraser.
All of these things send in different stuff like controllers, but this one right here, which is if you press the first button and go around on the pad, it sends in,
Sorry.
it's fine. It sends in data to what we call ARP presets, the arpeggiator presets. And so this is just a huge series of things that's taking this video tracking data and turning it into modifications on the arpeggiator. This is doing tempo. We have these two bottom buttons here that I set to change the way the notes are played. So this one over here plays it either in sequentially increasing notes or in like a random jump around. So that's this one. And then this one selects between 4 different, if you see in the bottom left corner there, 4 different presets on how to play back the notes. So it'll either go up, or it'll go down, or it'll go up and then down, or it'll go totally randomly